क्रूज सेट किया।
ओह, चल रहा है
25
चल रहा है चल रहा है
चल रहा है ये।
क्रूज एक्सीलेटर पे पैर नहीं है बिल्कुल भी।
First things first, what you're going to see is the very first system that we have developed. But if you feel that it is a useful thing for yourself, if you'd like to have it for your own EV, then please comment on this video and connect to us. And if you have more ideas and if you wish to co-create with us, then you'll find a feedback form in the description. We urge you to please fill it up for us, and we promise to be in touch with you while the creation process is going on. We plan to keep posting updates on this system as well as more innovations like this on this channel. So if such content interests you, we request you to please subscribe to this channel. We look forward to be connected with you. So let me share something about myself. I am Akash and I live in Jaipur, and I own the Nexon EV since 10th October 2020. So it's been almost 9 months and the car has driven approximately 17,000 kilometers till date. By profession, I am an engineer, which I love as a hobby too. So we decided, myself and my better half, we decided to take the car to the Indo-Pakistan border till Longewala in an attempt to set a national milestone as well as also to explore the limits of the EV technology. So we started for the Longewala trip on 25th of December 2020, and from Jaipur we went to Pushkar, then to Jodhpur, and from Jaisalmer onwards to Longewala, and back from Longewala to Nagaur and back to Jaipur. So this whole round trip took approximately 4 days and it was of around 1500 kilometers. This trip taught us a lot. First of all, we learned how we can charge the electric vehicle at any given point in the whole journey. So it included friends' houses, it included hotels, it included roadside dhabas, it also included a desert camp. So at every place we found out methods to charge the EV, and we collected all of those things into an EV travel kit which we have made available on our website. So if you are an EV owner and you wish to have the capability of charging your EV anywhere on the earth, then this kit is going to be really useful to you. You'll find the link in the description. The second thing which we realized is, because on highway you don't have any option, you have to reach a particular point without having your car go dry, go discharged all the way. Basically the range problem. So to make this possible, you have to drive your car in a particular pattern. It's pretty straightforward though. You have to accelerate and decelerate gradually. You don't want to do harsh acceleration, and then you want to drive your car at a constant speed only, not put too much variations in the speed. And the slower you drive, the more your range is. So as far as this learning is concerned, it's really good. But the problem was that when actually I drove in this pattern for a good 1500 kilometers, I ended up with a aching kneecap for 7 days after the trip. So, well, I talked about it with my friends also. We have a great Nexon EV owners group, and each one of us echoed the same problem. If we take the car on the highway, cruise control is a must. It is not possible to drive the car without cruise control at a constant speed on the highway. Now, since this trip was a national milestone of sorts, very good platforms covered it, including the Better India, Car Talk, Energizing India podcast, Pulse Energy, and also the Tata Nexon EV official channel. At each of these platforms, I have raised the voice of needing the cruise control. It's absolutely necessary. Now the next challenge that I was facing is, on the 18th of July, which is almost 7 days from today, I'm supposed to go to Kota. It's my sister's birthday, and Kota is 280 kilometers from where I live. Now 280 kilometers, together in my car there will be my parents, my family, and I don't want to strand them on the highway, and also I don't want to keep looking at the speedometer all the time, and I want to really enjoy the trip. So we did what we could. We developed the cruise control kit in time for the trip. What is cruise control? Cruise control simply means that automatic control of cruising speed. So if there is a system which can keep a cruising speed constant without user's intervention, then that is a cruise control system. Now, how important is this system? It is as important as making sure that the EVs reach to the masses. If there is no cruise control system, then we don't see a scenario where EVs can even reach to the masses. And this is simply because to achieve break even, to achieve recovery of investment of an EV, you simply have to drive it. You have to simply really drive it. There is an older video of mine where when the car crossed 15,000 kilometers, in my case, I did some quick calculations to see how it's putting up. And for my average daily driving of 65 kilometers per day, I am achieving a break even of 10 years. So my car is going to pay for itself in 10 long years. And we really cannot visualize, like in general, that people will be driving 65 kilometers daily. Most of the people have their driving on highways. So normally they drive at small distances, but once in a while they'll take the car out on the highway, and that's when their mileage counter goes up. So as far as EVs are not highway worthy, EVs are not going to make a case of mass adoption. And cruise control is an absolute necessary piece of puzzle. Now, even if we talk about costly EVs like Tesla or Audi e-tron or something, and they are highway worthy, that also doesn't make a case of mass adoption, because although they might be having cruise control and although they might be having great battery, but not many people are going to buy them. It's only cars like Nexon EV, which in today's date happens to be the cheapest EV available in India. Only when cars like Nexon EV can make highway trips will people be able to go for EVs in masses. Nexon EV, by the way, is a great car. If you are able to drive it in the right way, you can even expect a range of 300 kilometers. But the thing is, it is very subjective. So cruise control will enable the user to make sure that he gets a guaranteed range of 300 or whatever the requirement might be. The next part of problem is this so-called EV style driving. Now this has now become more of a hype, and these days it's even scaring away potential EV customers. EVs appear to be something like a special case of cars, and you need to learn how to drive them if you want to really have the range estimated reliably and all that. But if you really look at it carefully, it's only a piece of software which can solve this for you. As far as my understanding goes, EV style of driving simply means you don't accelerate very hard, you drive at a constant speed, and you don't decelerate or brake very hard. And this will ensure that you get good range out of your EV. And these days people are teaching each other how to drive it and all that, but it's actually the job of a software, and it's not really the job of a human being. It's simply a question of an if then else statement. If you're familiar with software, you'll quickly identify what that is. So if the speed is 60 kilometers per hour, if it's less than 60 kilometers, then press accelerator, else release accelerator, straightforward. But if you don't give cruise control in your EV and expect a human being to do this all the time, so the human being is looking at the speedometer and has his foot on the pedal all the time and is doing this loop, doing this job of a software all the time, is not really enjoying his car, is not really enjoying his trip, and the whole thing is ruined. It is not going to go to the masses. So the manufacturers might be telling you that cruise control is a premium feature, and it might be premium feature in ICE cars, in diesel and petrol cars, because there the penalty for bad driving is very less. So if your car gives a mileage of 14 kilometers to a liter, then if you drive it really badly, you might get 12 kilometers to a liter. And that's basically because ICE cars, the traditional cars, are really lossy. They waste power, but EVs don't do so. So if you are driving an EV properly, you might get a range of 300 kilometers, and the same EV can give a range of 125 kilometers to the same person if driven improperly. So cruise control is a must. And now we'd like to show you how we solved this problem. So our system is ready and installed in the Nexon EV, and all that you can see from the outside is this button, which is basically there to enable the cruise control. And when the cruise control is enabled, you see the green light glowing inside the button, and if it is not glowing, it means that it is in manual mode, and the car will behave when the system was not installed in your car. We'd like to tell you that this is a modular design. What that means is we have not cut any wires inside the Nexon EV. We have not disturbed any arrangement, and it is just an add-on to the system. Come now, let's take the car for a spin. So let's take the car to 40 km/h speed and let us engage the cruise control and see how it performs. So here we start, and the car has now reached 40 km/h, and here we have pressed the cruise control button and we see that the green light is glowing. And now we can also see that we have taken the foot off the accelerator pedal. Now both our feet are away from the controls, and all that we did controlling the steering, and the car is maintaining a constant speed of 40 km/h. There are 4 ways to come out of cruise control. Number 1, we can press the button again and we'll see that the green light will go off. The second method is to press the foot brake and we'll see that the car will again come back to manual mode if it is in the cruise control mode. The third method is to engage the handbrake and the car will automatically come back from cruise control mode back to the manual mode. And the fourth method is when you press the accelerator or then the cruise control mode will disengage and it will come back to the manual mode. So come, let's disengage the cruise control using the button this time. So here we have pressed the button, we see that the green light has gone off and the car has begun decelerating. So it has come out of cruise control. And now let's test the cruise control at 60 km/h speed. So here the car has accelerated to the 60 km mark. And here we have pressed the cruise control button again and the green light has come up. What we'd like you to notice is that there has not been any jerk when we engaged the cruise control. You can see that the power graph is a smooth line and it has smoothly engaged the cruise control and the car is continuing at 60 km/h without any manual input. Both our feet are away from the pedals and the car is going on smoothly as ever. Now suppose we want to brake the car to handle some emergency situation on the road. So here we have pressed the pedal brake and we see that the green light has gone off and it has come out of the cruise control mode and it has begun decelerating. Now let us test the cruise control system at 80 km/h of speed. So here we have accelerated to 80 km/h and we press the button again and it has latched on to the cruise control speed. The green light has come up and it is continuing smoothly, automatically maintaining the 80 km/h speed in the cruise control mode. Now suppose you want to overtake some vehicle and you want to pick up the speed up to 100 km/h. All you need to do is just press the accelerator pedal and you'll see that the car will pick up speed. It will come out of the cruise control mode and accelerate it to 100 km/h of speed. So after doing the overtaking, we can let go of the accelerator pedal and the car comes back to normal speed. And let's park the car to one side. Now friends, if there is any question you'd like answered, if there is any concern or any comment or anything that you'd want us to cover or demonstrate from this system, please leave your comments. Please let us know what you want to see. And we'll try our very best to answer each and every query, each and every comment. Thanks for being with us. To stay updated for this project and other similar projects, please subscribe to our channel and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks a lot for being there. Goodbye from us.